ॐ नमः सिद्धेभ्यः। ॐ नमः सिद्धेभ्यः। नमः सिद्धेभ्यः। Jai Jinendra and Jai Siddhatma. Well, today's topic is, as you can see, Jesus and Jainism. I'm sure all of you will be shocked. What is this Jesus and Jainism? See, the reason being is tomorrow is Good Friday. And what is Good Friday? Good Friday is actually the day, when Jesus Christ was crucified on the cross. Now, all of you might be wondering, being a Jain, why am I appreciating Jesus Christ so much today? Let me tell you guys, it is not just today. See, me as a Jain, I don't worship Jesus Christ, but however, I do appreciate, and I do, you can say, I do look up to Jesus Christ in many ways. Now, all of you might be wondering, what is the connection between Jesus and Jainism, or how can we connect, or how can we relate Jesus to Jainism? See, the answer is simple. One of the most important principles of Jainism is non-violence, which is ahimsa or ahimsa. Okay, so since ahimsa is since non-violence is the core principle of Jainism, and even in non-violence, it is not just about doing physical hinsa. There are, as a true Jain, you should refrain from doing. You should refrain from doing even from bhava hinsa. Now, what is bhava hinsa? Which means causing violence against someone even in your mind. Let's say, for example, you hate someone very much, but physically that person is not in front of you. Therefore, you cannot harm him or her physically. But let's say in your mind, just in your mind, you happen to just think in your mind that you are like beating up this person, or you are beating and bashing up this person. Just in your mind you think. I'm sure all of you know this, right? See, this happens with all of us. Let's say, for example, you had a fight with someone, and next time that person may not be in front of you, but in your mind you keep thinking. Let's say, you can even say daydreaming. Sometimes you happen to dream of. Sometimes you even happen to daydream of beating up someone just in your mind. I mean, you're not doing it practically and physically, but just in your mind, you are like assuming that you are going and beating up, you are like going and beating up someone who you truly don't like. So even by doing this is called as bhava hinsa. And let me tell you, bhava hinsa is even more, bhava hinsa causes more sin as compared to physical pap. Okay, so as compared to your sins which you will be creating by doing physical harm, doing bhava hinsa is even worse than doing physical hinsa. So, as today's topic you can see over here, Jesus and Jainism. Why as a Jain, and why all of us as Jains we should look up to Jesus Christ, at least in this one criteria. And what is that? It is nothing other than the concept of non-violence, which is ahimsa. Now, why do I look up to Jesus Christ? I'll just tell you the reason. See, there is no doubt that this story is real, that Jesus was crucified on the cross, And also, Jesus was a very nice person. As a human being, Jesus was a very nice person. He always, he always helped the people around him. He always did good to the community. He always did good to the society. And basically, Jesus Christ was a person who actually went around helping people who are in need, and overall doing good to everyone. Jesus Christ was the person who used to spread love and end hatredness. During his time, during his time, 2000 years ago, many let's say in many places where lot of wars, fights, and conflicts used to take place. Jesus would go there, and he would stop the conflict, he would stop the wars, and he would stop the fights. And basically, what he did in his life was, he used to spread love. He would put an end to hatredness, and he would spread love in the society. And basically, that is what, and basically, due to his spreading of love, peace, and harmony, a lot of people happen to worship him, who are called as Christians in today's generation. So, see, for us Jains, when we worship only the Siddh Parameshtis, which means those great souls who have attained nirvana or moksha. Any soul or any being who have not yet attained moksha, we don't worship that being or that soul. So, in connection to I won't say Lord, but in connection to Jesus Christ, in connection to Jesus Christ, why as a Jain, I admire, and why do I appreciate Jesus Christ, is because, see, when Jesus Christ was being crucified on the cross, see, there is no doubt this is a true story. Regarding that, coming back from the dead, and being resurrected from the dead, all these things, it can be debatable, and I will not say it was wrong or right. Let's have an open mind. In Jainism, they also teach us about open-mindedness, anekantavada. So let's have an open mind. So regarding this story of he coming back from the dead, and being resurrected from the dead, all these things I'm not going to talk about. And see, and honestly speaking, whether or not he was resurrected from the dead, all these you can say may or may not be true, whatever it is. But but see, no disrespect. No, absolutely no disrespect to the Christians, and no disrespect to the Christian philosophy. But the reason I'm making this video is, what is the main reason? See, until now I gave you some detailed background as to why I'm talking about Jesus Christ. Now I'll come to the main reason due to this reason. Now what is this main reason due to which I as a Jain look up to Jesus Christ? See, in Jainism, as you all know, the core principle being non-violence. We have to be non-violent not only physically but even in our mind. Non-violence through our actions, speech, and thoughts. Most importantly, practicing non-violence through our thoughts. So now, when Jesus Christ was crucified on the cross, you know what is being crucified, right? You know that he was nailed to the cross. They made him stand on a cross, with his hands open like that. And when those people who were nailing him to the cross, can you imagine taking a sharp iron nail? You know what is an iron nail? That sharp iron nail, putting it in the center of the palm and using a hammer and hitting it. Can you imagine the pain he would have felt? I mean, you just take a small safety pin or a thumbtacks, and just try pricking yourself. How much of pain does it cause? But when Jesus Christ was being crucified, he was being crucified on the cross, not only to his hands but even on his legs. See, when Jesus Christ was being crucified, first they nailed both of his hands to the wooden cross, and after nailing his hands, they even used the nail and even nailed his legs. Or no, they even nailed him on his feet using iron nails, thick iron nails, and hammering it on his legs. What a painful, what kind of pain and agony he might have gone through, I just can't imagine. But do you know what's the most amazing part about Jesus Christ? Even after people were doing it to him, even after people even after people crucified him and nailed him to the cross and literally tortured him so much until he died. Even while he was being crucified and while he was being nailed to the cross, and until the time of his death, until even after they crucified him, they actually proceeded to torture him until his death. So until he died due to torture, Jesus Christ never showed anger on these people. He never showed he didn't even have a tiny piece of hate for these people. So basically what I'm trying to tell you is, while Jesus was being crucified, Jesus kept saying only one thing: "Oh Lord in heaven, please forgive these people. Please forgive them, as they do not know what they're doing." Just imagine, let's say for example, we as normal people, even we as Jains, let's say we are like walking on the road, and by mistake, let's say we happen to we happen to crash into someone, or accidentally we happen to bump into someone, or let's say someone else bumps into us. How angrily we react. We say, "Hey, what is this? Can't you see where you're walking? Can't you walk properly? Don't you have eyes?" All these things we start saying. Even we as Jains, we do that. But just imagine, just by walking and accidentally bumping into someone, we happen to have so much hate for each other. Imagine some people who are like deliberately causing pain to Jesus Christ, who are like deliberately, putting him on the wooden cross, and literally using iron nails and hammering the nail into his hands, hammering the nail to his hands, to his feet, and even after crucifying him on the cross, they continued to torture him until he was killed. But even after these people were causing so much of pain and agony to Jesus Christ never showed anger on these people. In fact, he never had anger on these people. He didn't even hate these people. He only closed his eyes and kept on saying one thing: "Oh Lord, please forgive these people. They don't know what they're doing. Please forgive their sins. Please forgive their sins. Please forgive their sins." Imagine, the people are causing so much of torture and agony to him, and Jesus, all he asked was, all he prayed for was, he prayed that may these people's sins be forgiven. What a pure heart. See, Jesus was not a Jain, but still, what a pure heart he had. His heart was filled with nothing other than love, peace, harmony, kindness, forgiveness. Most importantly, forgiveness. See, in today's generation, of course, I'm not talking about Jain monks, and I'm not talking about Jain Tirthankars and Jain monks. Just talking about we common Jain people, okay? Common Jain Shravak and Shravikas. Do you think many Jains we really have a forgiving nature? Even me, for example, let's say if someone picks a fight with me, I'm also not one of those who will easily forgive them. See, I also fight back. Let's say if someone tries to harm me, even in my defense, I will fight back. This has not happened. I'm just telling you, if ever it happens, in my self-defense, I will fight back. All these things I will do. But let's say someone says something which is insulting to me, or let's say someone causes some harm to me. Do you think I will feel to forgive that person? No, I don't feel to forgive that person at all. And not only me, even like I'm sure most of you, and like even most of the common Jain people, okay, Jain Shravaks and Shravikas. I'm sure, let's say if someone tries to mess with you, I'm sure you will not forgive them. You will you will literally try to cause, you will literally fight them back, and you will try to cause harm back to them. So what I'm trying to tell you is, in Jainism, since the core principle is non-violence, ahimsa, and so far as I can think of, the only non-Jain person ever in history until today, okay, the only person who is not a Jain, but yet he practiced ahimsa, yet he practiced peace and non-violence in his actions, speech, and even in his thoughts. And this one person was none other than Jesus Christ. He was none other than Jesus Christ, to whom which today, in today's world, around 2.6 billion people worship him as God, who are called as Christians. So the reason why I'm telling you this is, see, tomorrow is 29th of March. It is Good Friday. Okay, tomorrow is Good Friday. And what is Good Friday? Good Friday is actually the day when Jesus Christ was crucified to the cross. I don't know why people call this as Good Friday, but this is what it has been called since many years. Okay, so basically this was the day. Not today, but tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday, Good Friday, and exactly 2000 years ago from now. Okay, exactly 2000 years ago from now. This means I'm talking about tomorrow, Friday. Okay, so this was the day when Jesus Christ was crucified on the cross, and literally, his feet and hands were nailed to the cross, and what really surprised me was that even after people caused so much of harm, torture, and torment to him, Jesus Christ never showed anger. He never showed violence against these people, even in his mind. All he kept saying was, O Lord in heaven, please forgive their sins, please forgive their sins. Let's be honest, okay? Put your hand on your heart, okay? Let's put your hand on your heart, and just ask yourself, if you had been in that place. Let's say someone were to take you and put you on a wooden cross, and started to nail your hands and legs using sharp iron nails, and they start hammering it into your hands and legs. Would you really ask God to forgive these people? I'm sure most of you, even me, I'm sure most of you, you will literally be cursing these people in your heart. Let's say, for example, let's say if anyone caused so much of torture and torment to you, I'm sure you will literally curse those people. You will literally be angry, and you will literally curse those people. C-U-R-S-E, curse. You will literally you will do a lot of bhava hinsa. You will literally hate those people, and you will start cursing all these people in your heart very, very badly. But on the other hand, we have someone called Jesus Christ. Even after going through so much of agony, even after people caused so much of pain to him, he didn't even have one piece of hate. He didn't even have one piece of anger or rage. He didn't even have, one piece of, one piece of revenge feeling. This feeling of vengeance. This feeling of having revenge on these people. He didn't even have that. All he said was, "Oh Lord in heaven, please forgive these people for what they're doing." Imagine people are taking a hammer and putting iron nails on his hands and legs and nailing him to the wooden cross. Even in such a torment, Jesus Christ did not show anger or hate to those people, and he practiced non-violence in his action. He practiced non-violence in his speech, as he kept saying, "Oh Lord, please forgive these people." This was his speech, and even in his mind, he had no violence against these people. So Jesus Christ was a person who was nothing other than, nothing other than a very saintly person. He was not a saint, but he was a very saintly person. See, so we as Jains, we don't worship Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm sure, like, now many of you, after seeing this video, you might start asking me, can Jains worship Jesus? See, we as Jains, we only worship those beings who have attained moksha. But let's say someone has not attained moksha, but they are a very good person. We can definitely appreciate that person. Like in Hindi we say vandana and prashansak. Okay, जैसे कि हम जैन लोगों को जीसस को हम वंदना नहीं करते. ठीक है, हम जैन लोग जीसस क्राइस्ट को वंदना नहीं करते, क्योंकि वंदना यानी कि वर्शिप. हम जीसस क्राइस्ट को वंदना नहीं करते, लेकिन हम जीसस क्राइस्ट को बिल्कुल प्रशंसा कर सकते हैं. वी कैन डेफिनेटली अप्रिशिएट एंड लुक अप टू जीसस क्राइस्ट एज अ वेरी लविंग पर्सन. So now, just ending this video, all I want to tell you is, see, Jesus Christ has not yet attained moksha. That is why I, as a Jain, I don't worship Jesus Christ. But apart from not attaining moksha, and apart from me not worshipping Jesus Christ, rest all the other things, like being kind, being very peaceful, being non-violent, being ahimsak, and being completely compassionate towards other people, and being someone of peace and harmony, and being a person who has got a very large heart of forgiveness. So see, if there is any non-Jain person ever in history till date who is a person of love, kindness, forgiveness, and compassion, and empathetic towards others, if there is any one non-Jain person, I will say it is Jesus Christ. So that is why, excuse me. So the reason why I'm making this video today is, tomorrow is Friday. Tomorrow is Good Friday. And Good Friday is basically, so this was the day when Jesus Christ was crucified on the cross. So I just wanted to let you all know why, as a Jain, I look up to Jesus Christ. So that's it, guys. This is the end of this video, and I'll catch you up soon with my next video. So till then, take care, and be safe. Please watch, share, and keep subscribing to my channel. So one last time I'm telling you, see, me as a Jain, and in fact we all as Jains, we may not worship Jesus Christ, but we all should respect, appreciate, praise, and look up to Jesus Christ for what he has done in his life. Okay? हम जैन लोग के लिए भले हम जीसस क्राइस्ट को पूजा नहीं करते, लेकिन जीसस क्राइस्ट एक बहुत महान व्यक्ति थे. जीसस क्राइस्ट एक बहुत पुण्य, ओके, इन हिंदी वी से पुण्य एंड पाप. जीसस क्राइस्ट वाज समवन हु डिड लॉट ऑफ पुण्य. जीसस क्राइस्ट वो व्यक्ति थे जिन्होंने खूब सारा पुण्य का काम किया है उनका जिंदगी में. सो दैट्स इट, गाइस. Always remember, this is the reason why I look up to Jesus Christ. I'm repeating one final last time. I am a Jain. I am proud to be a Jain. I am always proud to be a Jain. And in fact, even in all my future births, I want to be reborn as a Jain. And one day I too want to attain moksha, and I too want to go to Siddhaloka and become a Tirthankar or a Kevali Bhagwan. But right now, me being a Jain Shravak, I may not worship Jesus Christ, but I really do appreciate, and I really do praise Jesus Christ from my heart, due to the amazing deeds which he had done during his lifetime 2000 years ago. So that's it, guys. So I hope all of you are doing fine, and I'll catch you up soon with my next video. Till then, take care. Namo Arahantanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Ayiriyanam, Namo Uvajjayanam, Namo Loye Sauvasahunam, Eso Panchanamukkaro, Sauvapavappanasano, Mangalanancha Sauvesim, Padamam Havai Mangalam. सीमंदर भगवान की जय हो, आदिनाथ भगवान की जय हो, महावीर भगवान की जय हो, पंच परमेष्टि भगवान की जय जय जय। जय जिनेन्द्र एंड जय सिद्धात्मा।